Holiday season is being dampened by the coronavirus pandemic again this year, especially if you're planning to travel by air. More than 700 U.S. flights are already canceled today, and that's on top of hundreds that were called off on Christmas Eve. Airlines say they're being hit with staff shortages due to the rapidly spreading Omicron variant. The first known case of Omicron in the U.S. was reported on December 1st. The variant is now the dominant strain of the coronavirus, accounting for about 73% of all cases in this country. And it's spread quickly. The average number of new cases is up 45% in the past week, and it's more than double what it was on December 1st. The good news for now is that despite the surge in cases, new hospitalizations have stayed mostly flat nationwide. But the holiday travel woes are the latest reminder of just how disruptive the pandemic has become. At airports across the country, flight cancellations were mostly due to airline staff calling out sick or reporting they'd been exposed to the virus.
There's just so much that any employer can do. For those that work in offices, employers can say stay home and work remotely, but that's not the case with airline personnel.
Earlier this week, Delta asked the CDC to shorten isolation times for vaccinated airline workers who test positive from 10 days to 5. At the same time, air travel was projected to spike 184% this year over 2020, with 30 million passing through TSA checkpoints now that it's been more than a year since vaccinations became available.
We're at much lower risk this Christmas than we were last Christmas, but we still must hang our stockings with care.
Dr. William Schaefer is an infectious disease specialist offering advice for the holidays.
And I hope we're all gathering vaccinated and boosted. And then in addition, before we all gather, many of us are getting a rapid test on Christmas Day to make sure that we're all negative. Then we can share the joy in a much more relaxed fashion.
But with so many not able to take off, there was more frustration than relaxing.
The machine's not working right, and it's just terrible.
It's awful. It's awful.
My siblings and my parents, I think they're a little bit stressed out right now trying to figure it out.
Even as many prepared to travel by getting tested.
I think if they've been tested before they've gotten on the plane, then I think you're in really pretty good shape.
But as predicted, Omicron spreads fast. New York reported nearly 45,000 new cases Friday, a 14% jump from the day before, breaking records for the 7th time in just over a week. In Los Angeles, the number of daily cases tripled in 3 days to nearly 10,000. In many places, testing is free. But what about holiday get-togethers for people who aren't tested?
So let's all gather together, wear the mask, keep social distancing, except during the time when we're eating.
And religious services in many places are taking extra precautions, with more churches offering online services this year.
We are having the masks available and we are distancing so that we can make sure that Christmas is not only merry but is safe.